History remembers great battles for their scale, their heroes, and their turning points. But some battles are remembered for something far more disturbing: how unfair they were. Imagine standing on a battlefield where one army outnumbers the other by more than 10 to 1. Imagine knowing that no matter how brave you are, no matter how fierce your rage burns, you are about to face a killing machine built on discipline, steel, and strategy. Now imagine that army belongs to the most powerful empire the world has ever known, and you are fighting for your freedom. In the year 61 AD, on a narrow road in Roman Britain, tens of thousands of warriors gathered under a queen driven by vengeance, grief, and betrayal. Across from them stood a much smaller Roman force, calm, silent, and deadly. What followed was not just a battle, it was a massacre that would echo through history as one of the most one-sided clashes ever recorded. This is the story of the Battle of Watling Street, where numbers meant nothing, courage wasn't enough, and an empire proved why it ruled the ancient world. Before we begin, if you enjoyed deep, cinematic historical documentaries like this one, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. These stories take time, research, and passion, and your support helps keep history alive. Now, let us return to Roman Britain. Roman Britain in the 1st century AD was a land under pressure. The Roman Empire had invaded the island in 43 AD, bringing with it roads, forts, taxes, and laws that clashed violently with the traditions of the native Celtic tribes. While some tribes chose cooperation, others simmered with resentment, watching their lands slowly stripped away and their independence crushed under Roman boots. Among these tribes were the Iceni, a proud people living in what is now eastern England. Their king, Prasutagus, had tried to walk a dangerous line between resistance and submission. He ruled as a client king under Rome, hoping diplomacy would protect his people. When he died, Prasutagus made a fatal mistake. He left his kingdom jointly to his daughters and the Roman emperor, believing this would ensure peace. Instead, Rome saw opportunity. Roman officials seized Iceni lands, flogged Prasutagus's widow Boudica, and brutally assaulted her daughters. This was not just an insult, it was a declaration of domination. For the Celts, honor and family were sacred. What Rome had done crossed a line that could never be undone. Boudica did not beg. She did not negotiate. She rose. Tall, fierce, with fiery hair and a voice that carried across fields, Boudica transformed her pain into rebellion. She traveled from tribe to tribe, reminding them of lost freedoms, stolen land, and Roman cruelty. The Trinovantes, Cornevi, and many others answered her call. What began as anger became an unstoppable movement. Their first targets were Roman symbols of power. The city of Camulodunum, modern Colchester, a Roman colony filled with veterans, and a massive temple dedicated to Emperor Claudius, fell first. The rebels burned it to the ground. Roman defenders were slaughtered. The temple held out briefly before collapsing in flames. Archaeological layers of ash still bear witness to that destruction. Next came Londinium. The Roman governor Gaius Suetonius Paulinus was campaigning far away in Wales when a rebellion exploded. He rushed back but quickly realized Londinium could not be defended. He evacuated what civilians he could and abandoned the city. Boudica's forces arrived shortly after, burning it completely. Thousands died. Then Verulamium fell. Again, fire. Again, death. Roman Britain was in chaos. Ancient sources claim 70,000 to 80,000 Romans and Roman allies were killed in the uprising. Boudica had become a legend while still alive. But Rome does not forget. And Rome does not forgive. Suetonius gathered what forces he could, roughly 10,000 men, including the hardened 14 Legion, parts of the XX Legion, and auxiliary troops. They were outnumbered perhaps 10 to 1, facing a rebel force estimated between 100,000 and 230,000. Yet Suetonius did not panic. He chose the battlefield carefully. Somewhere along Watling Street, a Roman road cutting through Britain, Suetonius positioned his army with a forest behind them and narrow terrain ahead. This eliminated the rebels' numerical advantage. There would be no flanking, no encirclement, only forward. Boudica arrived with her massive host, confident, furious, and ready to finish Rome's hold on Britain forever. She brought her family, placing wagons behind the army, a fatal decision that would later turn victory into catastrophe. According to Roman historian Tacitus, Boudica addressed her warriors, reminding them of Roman cruelty, stolen freedom, and the choice before them, victory or death. This was not an army fighting for pay or glory, it was a people fighting for survival. Across the field, Roman soldiers stood in silence. They had trained their entire lives for this moment. When the battle began, it did not start with a chaotic charge. It began with Roman discipline. As the Britons advanced in a massive wave, shouting and beating weapons against shields, the Romans waited. At the perfect moment, they hurled their pila, heavy javelins designed to pierce shields and bend on impact, rendering enemy defenses useless. The front lines of the Britons collapsed into confusion almost instantly. Then the Romans advanced. They moved as one, shields locked, swords stabbing with terrifying efficiency. Unlike the long slashing swords of the Britons, the Roman gladius was built for close combat, short, sharp, lethal. Every thrust was trained to kill. The narrow battlefield worked exactly as Suetonius intended. The Britons could not surround the Romans. Their numbers became a curse rather than an advantage. Those behind pushed forward, crushing their own warriors against Roman blades. As panic spread, the Roman cavalry attacked the flanks. What had begun as an overwhelming charge turned into a desperate struggle to survive. Then came the worst moment. The Britons tried to retreat and found themselves trapped by their own wagons. Men, women, and children who had come to witness victory now blocked escape. Chaos erupted. Romans showed no mercy. Tacitus describes the slaughter as absolute. Warriors fell alongside civilians. The road ran red with blood. By the end, ancient sources claim up to 80,000 Britons were killed, while Roman losses numbered around 400. Whether the numbers are exaggerated or not, the result is unquestionable. It was annihilation. Boudica's fate remains uncertain. Some sources say she poisoned herself to avoid capture. Others suggest illness claimed her soon after. What is certain is that her rebellion died on that field. Rome responded harshly but eventually realized that cruelty had nearly cost them the province. Governance softened. Reforms followed. Britain remained under Roman rule for nearly 4 more centuries. Yet Boudica was not forgotten. She became a symbol, not of defeat, but of resistance. A reminder that even against impossible odds, people will rise when pushed too far. The Battle of Watling Street stands as one of history's most one-sided battles, not because of numbers alone, but because it proves a brutal truth. Discipline, strategy, and preparation can destroy even the largest force driven by rage alone. And so, on a quiet Roman road, an empire secured its future, while a queen secured her place in legend.